Hey, have you had a chance to visit InspireColumbia.com? Well, here to tell us more about this exciting new community engagement website are CA President Phil Nelson and Aria Connor. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So why was it important to, I don't know who wants to take this question, but you'll take it? Okay, great. So why was it important to launch InspireColumbia.com?
When I was in graduate school, I had an instructor who told us there are 4 phases to every decision. And the first phase is when a problem or issue is discovered. The second is when staff addresses that issue. The third is when the governing body is asked to address this. And the fourth is when the public finds out.
Okay.
And they're pretty upset by the time that everything has gone through and taken place, and they're brought in at the 11th hour.
That's true.
So I thought, why don't we do something to change number 4 to between 1 and 2 to try to get more public input. And if you notice that most public hearings, only the people who are against something show up. And they feel like it's kind of righteous because they showed up. So what we're trying to do is get kind of a platform for communication, an interactive communication phase. And this was brought to us by our new communications director, Celeste, who said, let's try something about like MindMixer as a basis for a software for how we get these things implemented and initiated. We can get community input, we can get a lot of different things that show the board that we're being more comprehensive in our approach, we're using public input, we're using all the different things that kind of make this more of a natural approach to saying, yeah, the community has seen this, here's a cross-section of what they said, here's our staff report. We recommend this based on community input as well as community experience and staff experience.
Okay, great. So how can people engage with CA through the site? How does it work?
Okay, I'll turn that one to
Okay,
Aria.
good. So basically, people can log into the site, you create an account with a username and a password, and you can log in with your email or your Facebook or your LinkedIn, and it takes about 5 minutes to set up your login and your password. You go in and you can respond to the set of topic questions that we've provided for people. And if you don't want to submit your own idea, you could comment on somebody else's idea and say, I think that's really great. I think that's definitely something we should be doing. That way we get kind of a feel for not only people's individual ideas, but what other people think about other people's ideas. Yes.
Okay, so if people like them or support them or don't.
Right, exactly.
Okay, great. So as a resident, why should I sign up for InspireColumbia.com, and what are the benefits to me? Because people always want to know what's in it for them.
Right. Well, I think there's definitely several benefits. One, you get to have your voice heard, and you can put your ideas right out there for the staff members at CA to hear and be aware of. And then also we have this new reward store, so we want to encourage people to interact and come back as much as possible so people can earn points towards t-shirts or mugs or umbrellas and fun stuff like that.
Oh, good. So the points accumulate as you give input. Is that how it works?
Right. The more you submit your ideas or comment on other people's ideas, you get a certain number of points. And once you have enough, you can cash them in for whatever reward you want.
Cool.
Okay. Well, who develops the questions? I've looked at who develops the questions that are on the site, and number 1, and number 2, can participants submit questions?
So the questions are developed by CA staff, and we've chosen to come up with the questions based on the goals that we develop for CA each year. Every year we have organization-wide goals that we want to accomplish, and so the questions are based on those goals and helping us achieve those goals that the board has given us to accomplish for that year. And so we're not having participants submit questions, but we certainly want them to, say whatever they want, even if it's not directly related to that question. And a lot of the questions are so broad. Some of them are related to just in general the future of Columbia and things like that. So there's definitely room for people to express their individual thoughts.
Okay, so expressing individual thoughts, yes. Submitting questions, that stays with the staff. Okay, that's good. I think people need to know that. And here comes a little bit of cynical side of me, but on behalf of everybody, but how do we know that staff is then listening to the feedback?
Great question. So we're going to be monitoring the site every week, and we provide reports to the senior staff members so that they're aware what ideas are being submitted that are directly related to their departments. And then also, several members of the staff are going to be responding to people's ideas and comments and saying, thank you so much for your idea, and then also letting them know where their idea is going, if it's being discussed at a next meeting, if it's being discussed by a committee, anything like that. We really want to let people know that their ideas are being heard and that we're moving forward with their ideas. They're not just sitting there.
I'd just like to add to what Aria said, is that we'll look and listen at every one of the responses, but we can't guarantee if they'll all be used. But we try to give everybody the benefit of listening to what they have to say. And one of the things that's nice about this software is that it encourages you to improve on an idea rather than just knock an idea or try to cut it down. And we'll look at all those kinds of things as we go through the list of questions. There'll be fresh questions all the time that come up, and we want to make sure that people have the right and the feeling to answer just as they'd like to see what CA can do.
And where can people go, or where can one go to find out more information about InspireColumbia.com?
Basically, just go to InspireColumbia.com. Everything's there for you. It's super simple. The instructions are right there to sign up. All the questions are right there for you. It's very easy.
Thank you, Phil, and thank you, Aria.